Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's so good to see you back for another video. This is your girl, MamiSoTrue. I am a survivor, now a thriver, coming out of narcissistic abuse, and I'm welcoming you to this community. If you have not already subscribed, hit the subscription button and join us. Don't forget to like and drop a comment below and share your thoughts. So today I just want to share a quick word with you, and it's true. You know it's true. If it's coming from me, it's the truth. I'm not here to lie. I'm not here to play. I'm not here to make it sound good, look good. I'm not looking for views. I don't care about none of that. I just want to share some true facts. I just want to help you and motivate you, encourage you to keep going. You're called a thriver now for a reason. And if this isn't you, you don't feel like you're thriving, or you don't feel like you're healing and glowing and growing from this after this, make sure you reach out. Book a life coaching session if that's what you need. Look out for my upcoming masterclass and do the inner work to get your power back and move on with life. All right, guys, let me get into the nitty gritty real quick. I don't want to take too much of your time on this beautiful, thriving Thursday. But guess what, though? When you finally left, when you finally leave, maybe for some of you who haven't left yet, when you finally walk away from your narcissistic family, those parents, siblings, when you finally leave that relationship, when you finally let go of that marriage, you activate their collapse. My God. When you finally say, I am done, and are for real done, like we're not going back, I'm not texting, I'm not calling, I'm not searching, I'm not chasing, I'm not looking for why, I'm done. I've walked away. I don't want no parts of this joke and this clown show. When that finally becomes you, their collapse is activated. Let me explain and get further in detail on what I mean by this. This person is a narcissist. They were narcissists. So what that means is they were all about being in the spotlight. They were all about being seen as the most superior one. Remember, they have a problem with their ego. So it was an ego-driven being that you were dealing with. They were jealous and also envious, and they hid that. So that's why when you met them, it seems like, this person was great, ambitious, confident. When you met them, it seems like you vibes, like you clicked, and there was a partner. That's for people that were in relationships with narcissists. In the beginning, it seems like everything is great, perfect, right? And then you slowly start to find out that this person is evil. They just want to attack you. You start to find out that they're full of hatred, and it's just a dark soul. What you don't know when you don't know is that because they love being the spotlight, because they want to be the center of attention, because they need that constant validation, they hide behind your light. And not only do they hide behind your light, they delusionally believe that your light is their light. They believe your blessing is their blessing. They believe that they are great because of your greatness. This is how sick, delusional, and demonic narcissists are. They convince themselves to think that what you have is theirs. They convince themselves to believe that your greatness and your light is because of them. I mean, they'll take full credit. Anything that looks good and shines and seems flashy, they want a part of that. But the problem with that is they don't authentically ever get that or deserve that. What they do is they deceive to get it. They lie to get it. They manipulate to get it. They gaslight to keep it. They destroy so they can lock you down and walk all over you, stomp all over you, and completely ruin and destroy you, and then walk around acting like they are you. If you know, you know. And this, again, could be family. This is that narcissistic relationship. They all operate in the same manner. It's the same demon, different bodies, different roles. They are mirroring you. They want to stand in your position. They envy you. Narcissists like to make it come off as if you're the one that's unworthy, as if they are the one that have the most to offer, as if you need them, right? And the truth of the matter is, in a lot of cases, you're the one who gave them a chance. You're the one who was willing to work on it. You were willing to see the good in them. You were willing to help them. You're the one who saw the need. You're the one who opened up your arms, your life, your wallet. You're the one who has the achievements. You're the one who has things that they can show off. You're the one with the house. You're the one with all of the nice things. It was the material things that you own, that you're capable of getting, that drew them to you. This is all part of your life. You're a go-getter. You work hard. You're a real one. Real ones are thrivers. You like nice things. You're neat. You're clean. They were drawn to that. They maybe even mirrored that. But they were never any of that. None of that was their authentic and true self. Everything that they gloated about, bragged about, acted like, it was them. Everything that they took credit for, it was yours. Because if you think about it, you are the one they always came to. All of their problems got dumped on you. You're the one in the family that when everybody needs something, they're reaching out to you. Whether it be money, your time, your home. It was things that you had that they wanted or they needed. This goes all the way down to your beauty. They intentionally try to make you look fugly because they are envious of your beauty. They're in competition with you. They're in competition with you about your degree, your job. This can be even in the work environment. When you finally say deuces to that job, when you finally cut that cord and dismantle your connection with that narcissist, when you finally walk away from your family, their collapse activates. Because when you walk away, you take everything with you. Nothing that they had, nothing that they're claiming is theirs, and it's not real. It was yours. These are copycatters. These are followers. They don't typically have a mind of their own. They're not creative. They're just out here demonizing people, victimizing people with their closed chakras. Nothing they have is rightfully theirs. This is a narcissist here to kill, steal, and destroy. Everything that they claim they have, believe they have, was never theirs. It was someone else's. When you finally walk away, that reality is exposed. When you finally let them go, it becomes obvious how much you were being used. When you finally let them go, you see how they're stranded in stagnation. When you finally let them go, they collapse. They no longer have your finances. They no longer have your looks. They no longer have you to hide behind. See, you no longer being around, being accessible, being there, being in their life, makes it now a situation where they have to make it look good. The collapse is the show that's continuing, the acting, the faking, the performance goes on. Matter of fact, it's heightened now. They're performing greater than they ever performed because they're collapsing. The one person who brought divine love, grace, and favor, who kept their karma from kicking in, left. So their karma is activated. You were protecting them in ways that they didn't even understand because you are God's child. You're godly. Your spirit is godly. Your being is beautiful. Your light is godly. This is why God stepped in and made the relationship break. Took you out of that manipulation ship because God was tired of watching you suffer in the hands of somebody who hated you like that. When you finally leave and when you finally left, all they had was games, false narratives, lies. All they had was a smear campaign. All they had was the attempts to try and make it look like they are the victim. All they had was their delusions and illusions. The whole time you thought this person was great and you thought they were real like you and you thought they were capable of changing and doing well and growing in life, you were wrong. Honestly, you were really trying to see more of you in them, and that was never going to happen. That's why when you finally left and you finally walked away, this is when they dried up. Their real life started to show. Their real self started to show. And that is, they didn't have no money. They lied about a lot of things. They've always been cheating. They've manipulated people to get to where they are. They've stolen a lot of things. And when you left, it was right back to that. That is who their true authentic self is. Thieves, liars, stealers, deceivers. Completely full of baloney. Just fake, phony, acting. When you finally walked away, it gave them the opportunity to go and expose themselves in another relationship. The same cycle all over again. But this time, the collapse will be real. A new supply is not you. They're going to actually do this person dirty. When you walked away, karma kicks in. You are genuine. You're really, really a true lover. I mean, when they lost you, they lost someone who actually cared about them because you thought you knew them. You thought they were good. Until you found out it was all a lie. It was all fake. It was all for a show. Until you realized they had their own intentions the whole time and that it was never any love there. It was never any care. The collapse happened when the best thing they ever had left them somewhere to rot in their own narcissistic draws. Taking you for granted, acting like they didn't need you when the whole time they needed you bad, was the stupidest, dumbest, foolish thing they could have ever done. When you finally left, they are stagnated for life. They are going to continue playing a sick game with life, a sick game with people. Even their kids are doomed. When you finally left, the collapse kicks in because everything that you brought in their life, their family's life, it got canceled. Not only did you take your energy, but you took your money. You took your precious little beautiful self out of there. You took your good spirit out of there. You took your prayers away. The biggest one of them all. See, they don't know God. So they didn't understand the God in you. They didn't know that you were there divinely. That's why when you left, God's wrath kicked in. When you woke up, God's wrath kicked in. That's why they are suffering now. They will forever suffer. Because they took advantage of God's child, God's chosen. There is a consequence because they believe that they can do whatever they want and there is no consequences. That's why when you left, all the consequences kicked in. They still ain't got no job. They're downgrading the type of people they're laying up with now. I mean, their life is in shambles because they are a narcissist and it's always been in shambles. They're just good at making it look like it's good and it's not good. They make it look good when they have good people to help cover it up. So when your good self left, there was nothing left but bad. Nothing left but chaos and drama that they're drowning in. When you left, you were no longer their problem solver. Now they got to find somebody else to do it. They better find somebody else to do it because you left. You walked away. And if you haven't walked away yet, I know you're planning it. I know that escape is coming because you're watching a video like this, and that means that you are figuring some things out that's going to change your life. Don't forget to hit the subscription button and join the thriving community. Like the video, and of course, drop a comment. I want to hear from you. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned, stay blessed, and keep thriving, beautiful people. See you soon. Bye, guys.